Welcome to the presentation on wetlands of Bangladesh. I am Preeti Sikder, and today I am going to present about the wetlands which are giving us the biggest contributions in ecosystems of Bangladesh. Firstly, I would like to tell about the definition of wetland. Wetlands are such low-lying ecosystems where the groundwater table is always at or near the surface. Simply put, wetlands are areas of land that are saturated with water. They have been divided in 5 types: marine wetlands, which is the ocean; estuarine wetlands, which are the estuaries; then comes the riverine wetlands, which are the rivers that we see around us; and there are also lacustrine and palustrine wetlands. Those would be the lakes and the pastures. Wetlands are key components of our ecosystems, and they provide us with multiple benefits. There are regulatory services, provision services, and cultural services that are provided by these. The value and benefits of wetlands outweigh all the monetary benefits that we can gain by replacing such wetlands. For example, the very first benefit that wetlands give us is about climate change adaptation. Climate change is all about rising temperature due to carbon emissions, and wetlands work as the best carbon sinks in our planet. They are also capable of providing solutions to the increasing problems of population, food shortage, water shortages when managed properly. From the context of Bangladesh, the biggest contribution by wetlands are when they protect us from the very disastrous natural problems. For example, cyclones, tsunamis, and all the other storms and tidal waves. Sundarban, as a mangrove forest, has multiple wetlands, and all of those are capable of absorbing weather shocks. Coral reefs, which are situated around our coastal region, are also very important while it is about natural disaster management. Being the key habitat for fish species, these are also reservoir of biodiversity. Wetlands can also act as a great purifier. When wastewater is put into any wetland, normally it can weed out the pollutants out of it. The state of wetlands in our Dhaka metropolitan city is not really very hopeful. There are major reasons which are driving such wetlands towards their destruction. The mega trends which are committing such problems are climate change, population increase, rapid urbanization, and changing consumption pattern. We will be discussing that in detail with an example of our major ecosystem wetland in Dhaka, that is the Turag River. The river Turag lies at the northwestern part of Dhaka city, and it plays an immense role in our daily lives. The biggest function of this river is that it works as the main drainage channel of Dhaka. It carries water to Buriganga. I had an opportunity to visit the river in last month, and I'm going to identify a few problems that I came across while visiting it. The first big two problems that I identified are visible in this clip. As you can see, there is a lot of water hyacinths in this part and also a lot of sand that has been extracted. The situation is such that due to the over pollution of the water, and there is a high level of eutrophication, and there are political problems which are leading to irregular sand extraction. As this clip shows, the huge amount of sand that has been extracted from the bed of Turag and has been deposited elsewhere. This problem really shows us how we are not planning our ecosystem management in wetlands. As I had the chance to only see this from the bank of the river, the whole bank was actually filled up with such extracted sand. The next biggest problem that you will see here is about land grabbing. This is only one example that I could observe. Here is one developer sign which says Mishukpuli, and we can see even on the river within the watery part, there are claims for building new construction. About the issue of land grabbing, this news report is very important for us to recall. Right around the time when I visited the river in June 2002, we can see that there has been a report on this. This pillar that we see here actually demarcates the area of the river. However, the truck stand is standing right there, which has been illegally occupied by local police units. This type of activities makes sure that the river does not get its natural flow. However, I also had come across this initiative by the government to dredge the riverbed so that the flow is improved. And they have taken up establishment of pillars to demarcate the area of the river and make sure that it is not illegally grabbed. However, in this clip, you can see that the river bank is highly polluted. There is so much waste that has been put forward by the local inhabitants and the industries that are working right there. It really adds to the river pollution. Another news from our newspapers also claims our attention as to the pollution of ecosystem of wetlands in Bangladesh. This is not far from Dhaka. This is from Molavi Bazar, right after Idul Adha, where the pollutants were dumped by the local people. And as a result, this crisis had occurred. All of the living ecosystem there, all the aquatic animals had died due to lack of oxygen, as all the pollutants that were put into it had made sure that the oxygen level had dropped beyond any sort of recovery. This is how Bangladesh has been facing severe problems relating to its ecosystem management. As we already see the government taking its measures in order to protect the ecosystem wetland of Bangladesh, there are many steps which are needed. We definitely need goodwill from the political and administration authorities so that the people who are grabbing the ecosystems within the wetlands should be punished in an exemplary way, and the many plans which are being taken up by the government should be implemented in scientific ways. However, public participation also plays its role because the people who are living around these wetlands and who are using the resources of these wetlands need to be made aware about its benefits, its use, and its immense importance in our daily lives. That is how we can prevent wetland pollution and make sure these ecosystems are revived and revitalized. That is all from my presentation. Thank you.